What is going on, guys? 1Hammer2010 here, bringing you a very quick review of my experiences with Need for Speed Most Wanted. As most of you know, the game released on October 30th. Overall, first impressions, I'm just going to drop a quick overview. The game is amazing. It is not Most Wanted, the first one. It is got the Most Wanted name, but it's not the remake of Need for Speed Most Wanted that was made back in like '09. This game takes what Most Wanted did and kind of puts a bit of a twist on it, and then it mixes with Criterion's baby, being the Burnout games, and that's basically what this game is that it's Need for Speed Most Wanted meets Burnout. So that kind of gave it some acclaim in that you've got two high-named racing games of their time being blended together. So the first thing you're seeing right now is you're seeing multiplayer. You're going to actually see the results screen coming up. In my earlier video, you guys saw just multiplayer in general. You didn't see what happens at the end of a speed list. And this is what it does when you finish a multiplayer event. It shows you each event, who won each event, and then in the next screen that comes up soon tells you where you all ranked, your takedowns, the number of times you wrecked, and how many speed points you earned throughout the entire speed list you competed for. And then the results screen. It tells you how much you leveled up. Now for me, it's going to level me all the way up to level 13 here, and I don't watch it all the way through because I had been offline for a while, so my autolog wasn't keeping track. So it'll show you your license plate, your speed points. The next screen over, I don't think I tabbed through them, but you have to see on the bottom of the screen there, you'll see speed points, a lock, a checklist, and then what looks like parking tickets. And then the unlock screen basically tells you everything you've unlocked for your multiplayer progress. Doing whatever challenge you did, it tells you how you unlocked it and under what conditions, blah blah blah. The next screen, the check mark, tells you all of the milestones you achieved in the race. Or in the speed list, not the race. Like right here. I achieved my V Aerial Atom Stunts #1, and then my tickets, I got Frenemy. I recorded the most scores on speed walls. That's mainly because I just come back online and it was updating all of the things I'd done in offline player. So next after that, it's going to do the intermission. This is just your time to dig around. This is probably the core of the multiplayer element, and this is what makes it the most fun, is you guys have 3 minutes in a public match to do whatever the hell you want, talk about it, whatever. That said, my overall impressions of the multiplayer, high marks across the board. It's a lot of fun. It's easy to matchmake. Pre-launch game probably wasn't the easiest to matchmake in the world. There weren't a lot of players online, but it is an easy matchmaking system. You just go to your auto log, you choose multiplayer, and choose to find a public game, and it'll whisk you on your way to your first game. The beautiful thing is that if you play single player a lot and then jump onto multiplayer, is that your progress is separated. Your speed points will carry over, so whatever speed points you got in single player will carry over and will help you with your multiplayer progress. But it will not unlock parts for your car or anything like that. It'll unlock certain cars for you, but that's really about all it does. So single player and multiplayer progress are separated. I love that. That is a great idea. Moving on from multiplayer in general, I'm going to just talk about some mechanics of the game and kind of point out some gameplay features as they pop up. Easy Drive. This is basically the SMS system from Need for Speed Underground 2, Most Wanted, Carbon. I didn't play anything after Carbon, so I wouldn't know if it was in there. But wherever you got your text messages saying, "Oh yeah, go ahead and do this," or where you had like your race screen where it showed you the route and then your map and everything, is now converted into the Easy Drive system. And as you can see in the top left corner, I had new notifications. I don't mess with the Easy Drive system much right now. You'll see it much later in my review. But the way Easy Drive basically works is it's an on-the-fly menu for everything you need in the game. And it's so on the fly that you can change your parts on your car in the middle of a race. I think you saw me do it in the multiplayer gameplay. I wasn't actually in a race. I was in the meetup, and as I was driving, you see me switch my Range Rover from stock transmission to the short gears transmission. And you can do that in the middle of a race even. So if you're running in an off-road race and you're running tarmac tires, you can switch to your off-road set of tires if you have them unlocked on the fly and get your traction and speed on the go. Now, this is just going to highlight, this next gameplay segment that's coming up now, is going to highlight the crash system. If you played Burnout, you know they made a big deal about when you crash. Well, they made that just the same in this. If you watch my multiplayer, you see me crash a couple times. But I really didn't highlight it too much there. I didn't spend so much time on it. With this, I really want to kind of break it down for you. If you're in multiplayer and you crash or you get taken down, it'll tell you who took you down, the car they were running, and the parts they were running on it, so you can see who's owning you and how. The benefit is that if you have the revenge perk that I've got on called Carjacker, as you see on the right side of my screen, if you get taken down, you can steal that person's loadout and take them down with it and get extra speed points. They have 3 other sweet revenge unlocks, they call them. There's Hardened, you take reduced damage for 20 seconds after you get taken down. There's Speed Demon, you get unlimited nitrous for 30 seconds after being taken down, and then they've got just their normal, instant takedown. Now, when you load single player, this screen pops up. This is the intro to single player when you load your game. It shows your ranking on the blacklist, time played, single player milestones, how long far you've driven, and how many most wanted cars you've taken down. It tells you how many jack spots you found and your car you're driving. Next, I'll show you jack spot. To find a car, it's as simple as this. Find the jack spot, jump into the car. Voila, I now have the Ford SVT Raptor 150 unlocked. Woohoo! When you jump into a new car, it'll list all of the races available for that car, and doing those races unlocks your parts. Now here's where I'll break down Easy Drive. I was offline, so autolog's down. There's the races screen. Now customized car is broken down into your tires, your nitrous, things like that. Lists every part under that tier, lists how you unlock it if you haven't unlocked it. If you have unlocked it, it will tell you how to get the pro version of that mod. With the pro version, it's always better than the standard version of the mod and usually offsets anything it wouldn't have over the other parts. So in theory, if you pro every part on your car, you basically make an increased balanced car. Now, like I said, you could change your parts on the fly in a race. You can almost do the same thing with changing your car. You can't change your car mid-race, but if you're, like, say, driving down the road and you want to change cars, just open up Easy Drive, go to Change Car, find it, and you're good to go. Let's see right here. I look at Most Wanted. I contemplate doing that. Then there's Multiplayer, and I don't even worry about that. But I'll open it back up, and I'll go to Change Car, and I want to get back in my GTR. Instead, I jump into my Aerial Atom. I don't know why I did this, but yes. Jump into the Aerial Atom, it will teleport you to the jack spot you chose, and you're good to go. So, overall, I hope you guys really enjoyed the review. I wasn't allowed to post a review until then, but basically, the basic afterthought I have over all of this, Most Wanted Remake, and we're just going to call it that, straight up, is not really the remake. Like I said, it took Most Wanted and blended it with Burnout. Great idea. The single player doesn't really have a storyline, and that's kind of a problem. You just take down the top 10 Most Wanted cars to unlock them, and then from there it's really just competing with your friends to get the most speed points. So single player doesn't really have a whole lot of an element to it. The biggest downfall there is that there is no customization to your cars. Yeah, you can change the parts, but the visual customization wise, it's limited to driving through a repair shop and it'll change your colors. Multiplayer, I told you guys, absolutely love it. I feel like it is the biggest component of this game, and that if you're not playing multiplayer, you really have no reason to buy this game. I love what EA did with it, and I love the ideas they had behind it, but I feel like they made it too much of an online game. If you don't have friends to play it with, you're not going to enjoy it as much as someone who does have friends to play it online with. Overall, I'll rate the game 4 out of 5 stars on a scale of 5 being the best, 1 being the worst. 4 out of 5 because it's a lot of fun. It's got the Need for Speed element to it. It feels like Most Wanted did. Great graphical system, definitely a friendly user display. But the lack of a customization, the lack of a fun single-player mode, really, really hampers on this game if you're not an Xbox Live player. So, I'm OneHandman2010. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I really hope you guys look forward to more content that I can bring out of this. Black Ops 2 releases in 2 weeks, so I'll be really uploading then, and hopefully even live streaming if I can handle it. I hope you guys have enjoyed once again, and I'm OneHandman2010. Thanks for watching.